Welcome back. On today's show, who is building a crate engine named Megazilla? What new vehicle has a driver optional mode? And what state is saying you don't have the right to repair your car? I'm Dana Simone, and this is Hagerty's Daily Driver. Buckle up. So let's kick off the week with some mega news, as in a Megazilla crate engine from Ford. This past summer, Ford Performance announced that it would be offering its 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 in crate form. The engine made its debut in the 2020 Ford Super Duty. But it seems the 430 horsepower Godzilla was merely a teaser. Ford Performance product manager Mike Goodwin recently discussed product plans that included a full plug-and-play powertrain package. He also confirmed that the team was already working on a super secret project dubbed Megazilla based on the Godzilla engine. Mike, that super secret? I mean, it's super, but it's not really much of a secret anymore. But to be fair, that's the extent of our Megazilla knowledge. Still, we do know that with a few modifications, do-it-yourself tuners have managed to punch 790 horsepower out of Godzilla, and that's allegedly without a turbo or supercharger add-on. So while it's anyone's guess as to what the pros at Ford Performance will come up with, we are certainly looking forward to it, and likely adding it to our holiday wish list for next year. So what do you think the specs will be? We'll use Price is Right rules and let us know in the comments. The world's first fully autonomous all-electric vehicle is finally here. And it ain't no Tesla, no matter what Elon Musk tells you. The Monarch tractor is like a self-driving smartwatch, and it wants to take farming into the 30th century. So we already know farming is difficult and unpredictable. Your entire livelihood is at the mercy of the elements, regulations demand, and profit margins get thinner every year. The Monarch looks to help farmers modernize and multitask in a big way. It's 100% electric and can be used as a 3-in-1 multi-tool in the fields. It can operate as a tractor, ATV, or even act as a generator. Its power output is a continuous 40 horsepower or up to 70 in short bursts, and with twice the torque of a comparable diesel-powered tractor. With its self-driving capabilities, farmers can operate the tractor remotely via smartphone. The tractor can perform pre-programmed tasks or follow a worker in the field thanks to gesture and shadow modes. And if you're wondering about safety in having a massive metal Fido following behind you, the Monarch tractor is equipped with 360-degree cameras, rollover protection, and collision prevention. Good boy. Its smart features will send updates on vehicle functions and the weather. But also, the more the tractor is utilized, the more data it can collect regarding harvest and soil conditions for future planning. Who knew the most innovative EV of 2020 would be a tractor? Last month, Massachusetts voters approved expanding the state's right to repair law to allow do-it-yourselfers and independent repair shops more telematics access. But now it's being challenged in the courts as to whether it's even constitutional. The right to repair law gives at-home mechanics and non-dealership service shops access to OEM diagnostic information in order to service and repair late-model vehicles. Automakers have to provide the cheat sheet for all those OBD2 reader codes that pop up when your car's service lights come on. But the law is not perfect and has gone through multiple updates since 2012. The most recent one is where things got a little more complicated. The Yes Camp, which are consumers and repair shops like AutoZone and Mom and Pops, say owners have the right to access those over-the-air telematics. That's data a car transmits wirelessly, like real-time GPS, vehicle sensors, and crash alerts. Now, the Alliance for Automotive Innovation is in the No camp. Representing several automakers, the Alliance says the information is proprietary. Implementation costs are expensive, and vehicle systems would be more vulnerable to cyber attacks. Most automakers have lagged behind Silicon Valley in numerous ways, but one lesson they seem to learn is that your personal data is really their personal data, and they're happy to go to court if you try to access it. The Attorney General is punting this case to the federal court and won't enforce an addendum until a decision is made, which won't come until next year. Maybe. It's time for Did You Know? The segment where we share a fun fact about the automotive industry. So this week we'll talk about classic car restorations. Plenty of automakers offer factory rebuilds. Aston Martin, BMW, Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche. But see a pattern? They're usually of the luxury lineage. Except now we can add Nissan to the mix, specifically NISMO. The Nissan Skyline R32 GT-R was built between 1989 and 1994 and has achieved legendary status. Even better, they're now legal to import to the United States. Demand still exceeds supply though, and it's getting harder to find one unmodified. But did you know if you want one restored to original factory specs, you can, for 45 million yen, which is about 433,000 American dollars at the current exchange rate. Why the small fortune? Because it's a comprehensive, meticulous, bare metal and bolt process. The vehicle is completely disassembled with frame dimensions and rigidity measured. Anything that is not up to snuff is repaired or replaced thanks to exact 3D body measurements. Then it's dipped into an anti-corrosion coating before heading to the paint shop. The same attention to detail is given to the engine. Every piece is inspected, cleaned, and repaired before final dyno testing. Even high mileage Skylines can essentially get a remanufactured engine to the original specs, or customers can request a NISMO tuned upgrade. After the body and engine restorations are complete, focus turns to the transmission, remaining drivetrain components, and interior. Again, literally everything is inspected and either restored or updated, such as installing fire retardant seat fabrics. Lastly, the finished product is given an extensive test drive to check for noise vibration and harshness, steering and suspension tuning before final delivery to the owner. According to NISMO, the entire process will take 6 months to a year to complete. Given the level of detail, the results are amazing. As for the price, a $500,000 Skyline isn't unheard of, but why buy a near mint version from an auction when you can get what amounts to a new car directly from NISMO, right? So thanks for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow for more of the top news stories. Until then, stay safe and never stop driving.